Here we go. Welcome everybody to episode 20 of the Ham Podcast. I am Helmke. That guy below me is Mike, or as I like to consider, the Bruce Willis
Ooh,
of
yeah.
podcasts. Because he's a bad man. He's gonna die hard.
It's still not a Christmas movie, just saying.
What's going on, Mike? How was your week been, man?
I've been good. How was your week?
It was good, man. Busy. Happy it's the weekend. Get to relax. Get to watch some fights. You know, UFC's back this weekend. Took a week off last weekend. So I'm excited, man. I want to give a big shout out to one of our new followers, Mr. Ricky Wronghole. Welcome to the Ham Podcast, sir.
Welcome. Oh, yes. Also we had DB Schmidt also last week. He did it after the
Schmidt.
So we gotta make sure we show some love there too.
Yes, absolutely. DB Schmidt, welcome to the Ham Podcast.
The Ham Podcast. Woo, woo.
There it is. There it is. So talk to me, man. How was your week? Everything was good?
Everything was good. Now that it's cold and freezing. I mean, no, it feels great. But yeah, my week was good. How was your week?
It was good, man. It was like I said, it was a long week. Glad it's just about over. That way we can, for the work week is over for me. So now it's time to relax, party, drink some cold brewskis, and enjoy myself.
Yes. Well, I'm trying to think. Am I going to drink any brewskis this weekend? Probably.
Yes. Yes, you better. If not, I'm going to be very upset.
Hey, have you been watching any of the NFL? What do you call it? The I guess when All-Star Weekend. I guess you want to call it.
Oh, their skills challenge.
Yeah,
I did watch it. What did you think? Did you?
No, I didn't watch it, but I did see some of the clips. I normally do watch them, but I was a little busy with work, and then with the freeze, I had to move all the plants inside. But no, I hadn't really watched them.
Yeah, no, man. We had a couple of Cowboys represent well for Dallas. Mr. Micah Parsons and Trayvon Diggs showed out at the skills challenge. So that was good. J.E. Feather 83, welcome.
Yep, welcome.
So I know you didn't see it. I know you saw highlights, but he ran the 40 against Tyreek Hill. Nick Chubb.
I saw that. He didn't. I think he hurt himself when he ran, Tyreek Hill. He didn't run full speed.
He didn't, and Micah admitted it too afterwards after he won, they interviewed him. But it was Tyreek, Micah Parsons, Nick Chubb, who's a running back, and Trayvon Diggs, who plays corner. And our boy Micah came in first, man. And yes, he admitted, he goes, hey, I know Tyreek didn't run full speed. He goes, that's the fastest man in the NFL. He goes, but all I cared about was beating Nick Chubb. He goes, Nick Chubb came at me. He goes, talking all kinds of mess. He goes, and I beat him, and I backed my words up. The lion was hungry. Hey. So it was good to see him. Hey, and let me tell you something. Nick Chubb, before the race started, they were like, didn't you run a 4.52, Nick? He goes, yeah. So that tells you that Micah's running about a 4.51, 4.50 flat.
It was close. That he did win it barely, but he still won it. That's all that matters.
What, in the words of a famous philosopher, sir, doesn't matter if you win by an inch
or a mile.
Yeah. A win's a win.
I need him to call me so I can be in the next movie.
And then Trayvon goes out, and what's going on, Papa Dallas?
What's up?
Trayvon goes out and wins I'm guessing what was the NFL's version of like the slam dunk contest. It was best catch. They were doing catches off of like trampolines, and Stephon Diggs, the older brother that plays for the Buffalo.
Bills. Yep.
Yeah, he jumped off of a truck onto a table, much like the Bills Mafia does.
Oh, I did see that. I saw that. Yeah.
On the table, though, was his younger brother, Trayvon Diggs' jersey. So it's like he jumped onto Trayvon Diggs and, broke the table. So it was cool, man. It was something new, something different. But the winner of the best catch was Trayvon, a corner. So it was good to see Trayvon represent and win that as not even a wide receiver, as a corner. So that was cool.
What do you think? I mean, I was trying to think. What do you think of? Well, actually, you know what? Let's talk about the games from last week.
Oh, you started off, man, because I'm still just in awe of last weekend's games.
Well, I'm excited the Bengals won. I wanted them to win. But, man, I don't know, for some reason, the Chiefs do very well first half. And then for some reason, they just, I don't know, not even fall apart. They don't even show up to the game the second half.
They they do what I like to call they take their foot off the gas pedal.
They're not even in the damn car. That's what it feels like.
Yeah, I mean, but whose fault is that? Is that bad coaching or is that the players doing their own thing? Right?
I want to say that has to be more on the players, because as a coach, you got your plays, things were working, so it's not like they weren't. And then all of a sudden, like, I guess they felt so excited, like, oh yeah, we're going to the Super Bowl, woo woo. And then like the team shuts down, all the players, there's interceptions, there's penalties and whatever else is happening. And then they try to come back in the game, but guess what? The Bengals momentum is so strong, you're not coming back.
Yeah. I'm gonna disagree with you. I think that's a coaching mistake. I think that starts in practice. That starts during the preseason, during the off season. That discipline. When you have a coach that you truly respect, you play the full 4 quarters. You don't make those, and especially when you're a team like the Chiefs, right? We're not talking about the Jacksonville Jaguars making mental mistakes, or like the Cowboys and the Raiders, who are the highest penalty team, right? Penalized team. This is the Kansas City Chiefs, who are Super Bowl contenders year in, year out the last, 4 or 5 years. And for them to make those kind of mental mistakes, I think that starts from the top. I think that starts from the head coach almost being too relaxed, and not holding his team to the fire, not holding them accountable. And we've seen that happen with a lot of other teams. Me being a Longhorns fan, that happened with Mac Brown in Texas, right? He after Vince Young left, he started to lose the team. They weren't playing as hard anymore, and it happens, man. I mean, Andy Reid's been there quite a long time now, and he may be slowly losing that team.
I don't know. I've seen a lot from like Patrick Mahomes after that first Super Bowl. I just feel like he's not the same player. He doesn't play all 4 quarters like he used to, where he was taking control. He was in command of everything. And I feel like when he gets in a slump, whether it's a quarter or a half, or I mean, in this case, one half, not the second half, he just is not the same player. Like he can't make those throws anymore. He doesn't command the offense as well as he had. So I don't know. I mean, I think as a coach, you can teach that, prepare them as much as you can. But
Yeah,
at the end, the players are the ones that have to do it. And if they're not doing it, I mean, yes, it looks bad on the coach, but I think it's more on the players. But I mean,
yeah.
back and forth difference, yeah.
Yeah, I agree with Papa. Mahomes should be held responsible, and it is very Dak-esque, decline in the second half. But I also think that goes back to the play calling. When they did that Kansas City Chiefs did that little shovel pass where it looks like Kelsey's coming in motion, they hike it, they shovel it off. How many times have they run that now? Teams
Yeah.
expect that now when they're either third and inches or third and a yard or on the goal line. So at a certain point, if you're considered the most creative team and the most creative offense, in that second half, you better be ready to do something different. I think that's why it's Andy Reid losing the team, because it's starting to get predictable now. But at the same time with Mahomes, I think that motherfucker's too worried about what his dumbass brother
Oh
and,
God,
and
yeah.
ugly wife are doing, making TikToks, throwing water at fans and spraying them with champagne and getting in trouble. He's probably more worried about those dummies than he is concentrating on the second half of the game.
Before we get to the next game, his brother. I mean, okay, their team lost. I mean, I don't know. This is going to be a little weird, but so yeah, they're all saying, "Oh, okay, the Chiefs lost." His brother goes out and parties. He's on this mechanical bull with some chick on his lap. I don't know if you
Yeah,
saw that or not. I mean, okay, I can understand it where they're like, okay, he should be there with his brother, because he lost. But what if his brother doesn't want to see him? I
yeah,
mean, let him party. I mean, he didn't play.
yeah. I think that's a big thing. I think his brother did. His brother probably said, "Get your ass out of here. I don't want to see you make TikToks. I don't want to
Yeah,
hear about TikToks. Go somewhere." And the most surprising part of that story to me is he had a female sitting on his lap.
yeah.
I mean, we all know about Patrick Mahomes' brother. I forget his name. I think it's like Jackson Mahomes, I think his name is.
I think you're right. Yeah.
So, he's not exactly the ladies' man, if you know what I mean. So, I think that's the most surprising story is that he had a lady on his lap. Surprised he wasn't like, ooh, yucky. But, you know.
Well, ooh, yucky. I mean, I guess if any girl's going to talk to him, they're not really talking to him. They're talking through him because of his brother. So that's how I see it. You know, they're like, well, I'll just get in the family.
And I will say this. If I'm a Kansas City Chiefs fan, I'm not worried because if Patrick Mahomes is loyal to that ugly thing he's with, then he's probably going to be loyal to the Chiefs. Right? He'll probably stick around for a lot of years.
He's in love, bro. He's in love.
No, I mean, look, bro. I know I'm no catch, right? I'm not saying I am. I'm not the best looking guy, but his wife is just so like you're talking about Patrick Mahomes, who probably could have just about any female he wants that knows football, right? They know Patrick Mahomes. They know football. He could probably have his pick of the litter, and he picked the runt instead, the runt of the litter.
I mean, she could rock his world in bed. I'm just saying. I mean, okay. Well, okay. Let me say this then. So, as Patrick Mahomes, do you want the Instagram model or whatever? Like, I guess hot. You know, everything, the whole 9 yards. You know, with no love, because more likely she don't love you. She loves the money and the lifestyle.
Yeah.
Would you rather have someone that loves you? Okay, maybe she's not an Instagram model. You know, hot, whatever. But would you rather have someone that actually loves you, cares for you, more than the other one? I'm just asking.
First of all, J.E. Cepeda 83, thank you, sir. Thank you for that compliment. Second of all, if I'm Patrick Mahomes and I am in my 20s and I am a, what is he, 300 millionaire? He signed a $300 million contract?
No, 500 something million.
500 something million?
I think, something like that.
Yeah, I'm smashing all the Instagram models, bro. I'm smashing every single Instagram model. Let me tell you why, though, bro.
Okay, tell me why.
You notice I didn't say date.
Yeah.
You notice I didn't say love. He's going to have enough money the rest of his life to find love. That's going to happen. It'll be fine, right? But right now, enjoy life, Patrick. Go have some fun.
Yeah, but you say you can find love later. But who says they love you because you're already rich? I'm just saying. Look
at Steph. Steph got lucky. He's got my woman. He's got Aisha Curry, beautiful as can be. She ain't no Instagram model, right?
Well, she has a restaurant, knows how to cook. Bam!
Look at Matthew Stafford, beautiful wife that he met in college, was not an Instagram model, right? Matthew Stafford got himself a beautiful wife while he was in Georgia. Well, he was a bulldog.
So this is just because she's not pretty in Europe.
She's not, and she's annoying. Have you seen the videos with her?
No, I have not.
Oh yeah, go. So here's the thing. All right, mark this down.
Marking.
Sometime this week, watch the videos of Patrick Mahomes' wife, and then next Friday, you come tell me if you still say what you're saying about her, or not necessarily about her, but about him being married. Papa, I'm sorry. I should leave the man's marriage alone. I'm sorry, but don't lie. I'm glad you agree with me. Facts. Patrick Mahomes' wife is annoying. And that's no cap, as the kids would say. But nah, man, back to the game. Totally happy the Bengals won. Let me tell you something.
Hey, my prediction came true. Bengals and Rams.
Yes, it did. I was hoping the Rams. I didn't pick the Rams. You did. So kudos to you on that. I was hoping the Rams would win because I hate the 49ers. But
hey, I want to go on record, Dallas, just to say he started that conversation about his wife. I was just talking about his brother, his dumb brother. That's it.
Yeah, his brother's an idiot too. But okay. Let me tell you something, man. Joe Burrow. I'm not gonna call him the next Tom Brady yet. Right? He's got a long way to go before that happens. But the boy's for real. The boy's got some talent.
No, I mean he can. He can ball. Can I say ball in football? I mean, I know ball is normally a basketball thing, but
you can use it. You can use it in football.
Yeah, I mean,
I know you were a bench star, so you didn't really get the ball, but
hey, at least I fucking played basketball. Damn it! Shit.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
No. What was I gonna say now? God damn it! Oh yeah. So yeah, I was just saying. I mean, yeah, he could throw the ball. I mean, great quarterback. He's better than I thought. Okay, he was a great college quarterback. Yes. But a lot of times college QBs do not transition well in the NFL, especially first year he's hurt, so he really didn't get any experience. I mean, he did, but he didn't. And then to come back your second year and make it to the Super Bowl? like after being hurt. I mean, I guess
Yeah.
he has his best wide receiver he's played with for I forgot how many years they played together.
Yeah.
But I mean, come on, like that. I mean, that's a
Well,
team game. The defense is doing great, but I don't know. He's a damn good QB.
here's the thing, and you know me, I'm a college football fan. You know that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he was the real deal in LSU, man. I saw a lot of his games, not all of them, but I saw a lot of his games, especially when he played against Texas, which was an absolute shootout
Mm-hmm.
between him and Sam Ellinger. I mean, they were literally going touchdown for touchdown till LSU won it in overtime. But Joe Burrow, he's a winner, right? He finds a way to win games. The playoff game, I forget who it was against. It's not the Raiders. I think it was their second one against Tennessee. Sacked 9 times. Usually, when a quarterback on a team is sacked 9 times, that team loses the game. But he found a way to get them down the field and get a game-winning field goal. And then when guys see their leader with that kind of confidence, it trickles down the rest of the team, man. The rest of the team starts to play with confidence, right? But don't lie, I agree with you. The Bengals O line is their weakness, right? I just talked about how they gave up 9 sacks, and the Rams, their defensive line, especially their linebacker, Aaron Donald, Von Miller,
Like the
the rest of
best
that,
defensive line.
yeah. But where the Bengals will be able to succeed is quick slants, right? Quick passing, establish the run, right? Using Joe Mixon, using their tight end on quick outs, right? Quick little slants. That's where they're going to have to get that game rolling so that way they keep, and then also, misdirections, jet sweeps the other way, what do they call it? Bootlegs, right? Naked bootlegs, stuff like that against an aggressive defense, which, by the way, the Rams defensive line is going to be aggressive. They're going to come with their ears pinned back trying to get sacks left and right. Those kind of plays will be money against a defense like that. And they can cause that defense to slow down, not rush as fast, and give Joe Burrow some more time to throw the ball. I think it's going to be a much better game than what people think, and I'm going to stick with my pick. I think the Bengals win it.
I actually don't even care who wins this. It'd be nice to see the Rams win because I mean, it'd be nice to see Stafford
I don't care
win
about
a
Stafford.
ring.
I like to see his wife run out on the field.
God. I don't mind the Bengals winning either because I don't think the Bengals have won a Super Bowl
Never.
ever. Yeah, so I mean, it's gonna be cool either way. Like, I don't have to worry, like, not really worry because I don't play, but I can just enjoy the game. I don't have to be like, oh,
Yes.
this team or feel when it's your team and you're rooting.
Yeah.
I can just sit there and just enjoy it. Drink a beer, not a beer, but many beers, like 4 or 5, maybe 10. I don't know. Just watch it, watch the commercials, watch the game, and then just be excited for whoever wins at the end.
I tend not to drink beer on Super Bowl Sunday.
Oh, because Monday, yeah.
Well, not just that, but I prefer eating the food. I want some of the nachos and I want some of the mini meatball subs, and yeah, I love, me. Hey, hello. I'm a big guy at heart. I'm a big guy. So yeah, man. That's
Yeah.
true. Yes, don't lie. They did go in 81. That's the game
Well, they win,
where,
but they didn't win.
yeah, and exactly. And that's what he said. They lost to Montana and the Niners.
Yep.
And that's the game where when Montana took over the last drive, he, in the huddle, famously said, "Hey, guys, did y'all see John Candy on the sideline?" And the rest of the team was like, "What the hell? Like, we're about to go try to win a Super Bowl, last drive of the game, and you're." But hey, that's what the great ones do, right? They don't
True.
feel that pressure. So fuck you, Montana. I still don't like you because you're a Niner of a Cowboys fan. You killed us with that damn catch.
But yes,
Oh,
I would like the
I
Bengals to win,
digress.
but I don't care who wins the Super Bowl. It's just gonna be nice to watch, like I mentioned.
Yeah,
But then
it
again,
will.
everybody's now like either retiring or stepping down. I mean, you got Sean
Tell me
Payton.
about it.
Like, he says he's done in New Orleans, that's crazy. I mean, there's a lot of talks. There people are saying, "Oh, Cowboys should go for him," blah blah blah. But I mean, if he comes back to the NFL, I mean, they still have rights to him. I mean, Tom Brady's gone, Ben Roethlisberger's gone. Of course, we had all the changes on the was it Dolphins head coach?
Yeah,
Jaguars. Well, of course, we know he's gone, but a lot
it's
of
the
crazy stuff
dawn of
going
a
on.
new era. It's
Yep.
the dawn of a new era, Mike. I mean, Tom Brady was the last of like these veteran quarterbacks, right? A couple years ago, you had Eli Manning retire. Of course, you had Payton retire a few years before that. You had Philip Rivers retire last year. Drew Brees retire. You had now you got Big Ben.
Yep.
You got Tom. All of those great quarterbacks have called it. It's done.
I guess
Now,
we say the great because we grew up to that. Now, of course, with everyone that's watching football now, it's not their quarterbacks. It's
exactly
new ones. But yeah, I mean, I'm still with the new ones too.
Exactly. And yeah, I like some of these new ones. Right now, you got the Patrick Mahomes,
Yep.
Joe Burrows,
Yep.
Justin Herberts. You've got the Derek Carr, right? You got the Dak Prescott.
You just don't like that guy.
I like Derek Carr, man. I feel bad for Derek Carr because you know
Justin
what?
Fields and
Justin Fields needs to win some games.
I'm just saying he's there. Oh, yeah. And then Garoppolo, of course, coming close to the Super Bowl, and now he's leaving for what's his name? The number one pick or the number one pick?
Trey Lance.
Yeah, there you go.
Trey Lance. Then you got the kid out with the Jets. That young kid. He was a rookie this year. So it's Zach Wilson.
Okay,
Zach Wilson. Yeah. So it's crazy when you think about it that Dak Prescott may be one of the oldest quarterbacks in the league now.
No, Aaron Rodgers is old. I think Aaron Rodgers is the oldest now, I would think.
Well, yeah. Well, that's why I said one of the oldest.
Oh,
right?
one of. Yeah.
But Aaron Rodgers is that last quarterback. But at the same time, it's hard for me to throw him in that Peyton Manning, Tom Brady era because when he first came in the league, he sat behind Brett Favre for like 3 seasons, So
Tom Brady
in that middle.
Sat behind Kurt Warner until Kurt Warner got hurt.
No, that's a whole other team. Kurt Warner played for the Rams.
Oh no, Drew Bledsoe. Drew Bledsoe. Sorry, different team. Yeah, sorry. Well,
you been smoking, man.
Shit, my bad. I meant to say Drew Bledsoe. My bad. But yeah, yes. I mean, Tom Brady sat behind Drew Bledsoe until he got in because he was injured.
You. Papa, talk to your boy. Hey, Papa.
I fixed it.
And to be honest, he didn't really sit that long, right? Drew got injured. He came in, took over the team, and the rest, as they say, is history. But he's got my vote, man. As much as I didn't want to say it when he was playing with the Patriots, he's got my vote. He is the best quarterback to ever play the game. I'm not going to say NFL star, right? I'm not going to say the best NFL player, but he is the best quarterback to ever play the game. And I'll tell you why I can't call him the best NFL player.
Even with the asterisks, with all the deflate gate and all the other stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just wondering.
Yeah, and the reason why is those weren't his calls.
Well, since we're all about wives today with players, how is his wife to you?
I love Giselle.
Okay.
I love Giselle. I take her home.
I might as well just ask,
Yeah, I take her home. Wow. So Papa has primetime at number 1. My number 1 all-time NFL player is Lawrence Taylor. The guy changed the game.
Well,
he changed the way. Or Lawrence Taylor changed the game, Mike.
No, actually, I think Barry Sanders changed the game because I think, I would say Barry Sanders or Jim Brown.
So let me tell you why I say Lawrence Taylor changed the game. Before Lawrence Taylor, how important was a left tackle? Not very important. Very important. There were no teams drafting a left tackle in the top 5 picks. It wasn't happening. That was absurd. You would never take a left tackle or an offensive lineman, top 5 pick in the first round. But because of the kind of damage that Lawrence Taylor did in the league, team said, I need an athletic top left tackle to block guys like that. Yeah, athletic.
No, I'm just thinking of Charles
Athletic.
Barkley.
Yeah, athletic.
Well, I mean, that's true. I think also back then, a lot of the the linemen. They were all just big guys. They weren't, I would say, how do I say it? What? No, it was more like instead of that's true because they're still big, but they have speed and they're more muscle. It's not just big.
That's what I mean. He caused offensive linemen to change how they worked out, to change how they prepared, to change how they blocked. He made coaches change what they looked for in offensive linemen because he was a destroyer of games. And Papa, yes.
So as Barry Sanders, he would destroy people's ankles. So they had to get faster to take him down.
But the reason I don't give it to Barry is he retired early.
Oh, dude, that's the only thing that sucks up.
Yeah,
he would have done so much damage if he stayed. But I mean, he's got whatever what he wants.
And with Papa, I agree with you with Deion because before Deion, the term "shut down corner" didn't exist.
Well, I guess you can say there are best NFL players for each position.
Yes,
but they did what they did and changed the game for that role. So
I agree. That's why I say Tom Brady is the greatest quarterback to ever play the game. I can't say NFL player. It's so hard to pick one. Right?
I would say Bo Jackson is the best athlete ever.
I don't know because Deion is right there with Bo. Deion was playing football and playing baseball and at a high level.
He played baseball, but not as good as Bo Jackson.
Says who?
Shit. If you were to compare stats on that, Bo Jackson's numbers shit on Deion Sanders in baseball. I'm just saying. Now, he did play well in baseball too, but I think Bo Jackson's stats and numbers look better.
You know what? I'm going to run those stats, Mike, and I'm going to come back next week because, yes, Bo could hit the long ball.
It just wasn't Michael Jackson. I mean, Jordan's number. Sorry.
What are you talking about? First Kurt Warner, now Michael Jackson?
Yeah. Oh, I meant to say Michael Jordan, but I don't know why Jackson popped in my head.
Papa, help your boy, Papa. Help your boy.
It's a Friday, and I'm just enjoying my Friday.
There we go.
My brain is kind of working.
Speaking of enjoying stuff, right? Brewski, think of the damage Brewski would have done if he didn't eat that popcorn. He's talking about Brewski from The Longest Yard. He's like, here, give me the ball. Let me throw it. Oh, man, I should have ate that popcorn.
Or all those McSandwiches or...
Yes.
Hold on, real quick.
Fries and across your eyes.
What about this Washington Commanders name?
Oh.
And logo, because that's a weird-ass logo.
I'm a little disappointed.
They look like a prep school with the logo, and now they're an NFL team. I don't know. I actually liked what all the fans wanted, which was the Red Wolves, because there was a lot of mock-up drawings, a lot of like helmets and jerseys.
Yeah.
Dude, Red Wolves sound so much better than Commanders. Just saying.
Yes, I agree with that. What I was hoping is they went with the Hogs, the Washington Hogs, because at their game, even when they were the Redskins, guys would show up in that section, with the hog noses, and they had the old women gowns, the old lady gowns, and they had the hog noses, and I was really hoping they would go with that. It was already tradition. It was something that was built in, right? But instead they went with some Pop Warner logo and Pop Warner name, the Commanders.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, if anybody wants to see that, I have something for that.
Oh,
I mean, it's just a little link.
Give it to them.
Yeah, if anybody wants to see it. But
yeah, I was let down, man. I was really let down with that Commanders name, Commanders logo. But hey, anything's better than the Washington football team, right? So
actually, I'd probably rather have that than the Commanders.
I don't know. You're the laughing stock as the Washington football team. You're like those schools in New York where it's like public school 351. Like you don't even have a mascot. You're a number. It's like so. I'll take
pretty bad.
I'll take the Commanders.
I mean, they kept the colors. I mean, of course, that was going to happen, but Red Wolves sounded so much better. If anybody doesn't know the Red Wolves and the logos that were being made, look it up. I think they look so much better than this new one. And Stephen A. Smith says it sucks too.
Yep. Well, Stephen A. Smith sucks, but that's a conversation for a different time.
It does suck because he hates the Cowboys all the time. Stupid shit.
I'd love to debate Stephen A. Smith. I would love to go on either radio or TV and debate that motherfucker because I truly believe all he does. And all you're doing is yelling, Stephen A. Have a good conversation with me. Look me eye to eye like a man, and let's talk about these sports at a inside voice where we can both hear each other's key points. And I bet I'll destroy you. Challenge is issued.
Maybe that's his lowest volume.
Look, I grew up on the east side. I grew up on the east side. If he wants to go that value, we'll go that value.
Okay. Oh, so what were you gonna say before I talk about the Commanders? You know, whatever.
So I want to talk about something else that was dumb, right? Something else that's dumb.
Okay, dumb. I like hear dumb. Hear dumb.
Justin Bieber.
Oh God. Okay.
Justin Bieber went and spent $1.3 million on an ape NFT. Not a real ape, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not a real ape. An NFT, a picture, a woozy, a floozy. You know, it's not really there. You know,
yeah, I'm just gonna say it. I don't understand the NFT. I mean, I know there's an NFT crypto. Then I understand there's these NFT where you buy a meme and then you own it. I mean, I just don't understand it. Like, shit, I should make a freaking picture of a tree and make it an NFT and sell it. Maybe I make some money. I don't know.
I mean, look, kudos to the person that sold it to him. Hey, you made $1.3 million. Kudos to you. But the days of like badasses like Mike Tyson buying a real tiger. You know, Michael Jackson buying a real chimp. Yes, Michael Jackson buying a real chimp. You know, where people actually bought real freaking animals. No, now they're buying NFT of animal drawings, and they're spending $1.3 million.
Well, it's not even just animal drawings. It's really any kind of meme is well, not even just a meme. It could be a picture, but anything can be an NFT. But I wonder, like, if anybody else uses that picture, the ape picture. Does he own copyrights? Can he assume and make money off of that?
Yeah.
That's so weird.
And it's not even a happy chimp. It's a sad one. It's like an emo chimp. It's like, I'm sad and I'm crying and I don't know why, but you're a chimp. You don't be happy.
Oh, yeah. It's called a Bored Ape. It's called a Bored Ape Yacht Club.
Yeah. So Papa says
it's not even just one. It's not even just one. There's multiple. But it's not like he just owns that. There, many people.
Well, then there you go.
Yeah.
So is that at a point where you're stupid rich? And I don't mean stupid like you're dumb, but stupid rich is in, I don't know what else to spend money on, so I'm going to go buy this virtual drawing for $1.3 million.
I would say yes. And if any of them want to, or don't know what to spend their money on, you can just donate it to me, and I can disperse it any way I want.
Mike, you're my computer guy. How are we not started designing like board ham logos? We could be selling a board ham logo, Mike. NFT board ham logo.
There we go. I'm gonna go ahead and just sell that logo as an NFT. We'll split it. Boom.
Yeah, we'll split the 1.3 million. There it is. See, bam. Ours will be the happy ham.
Yep. I sell 5,000 copies. That's what I'm gonna sell it. Yeah.
There we go. We'll split this shit. But Papa, get with the time, old guys. What Papa Dallas is telling Papa, would you, if you had the money, Papa, if you had stupid cash, right, where you could buy whatever you wanted, would you buy a drawing, or not even a drawing because you can't take it home like on paper? It's a virtual, it's a online picture of a bored ape. Would you spend 1.3 million on that, Papa? Please tell me you wouldn't, man. Please tell me. Tell me, please, you wouldn't.
Well, I mean, like, what if he was so rich he was bored and wanted, or there we go, bored ape. He wanted to spend his money. Boom.
That's what I'm saying. Like, go buy another car. And now look, apparently him and Hailey Bieber are splitting. She's probably leaving his dumb ass for buying that bored ape. She probably said, "You dummy, what? I'm out."
Well, I know we're in the digital age. Trust me, I get it. I love computers. I love all that stuff. I love everything. But I feel like the digital purchases are like the old school buying property. Buying some type of equity in something. to make money. This is like that. This is the new age, yes, the new digital age, and this is what this is. But I just don't see it. I just
Look,
don't.
man, I agree with this new age digital age stuff with some stuff, but something dumb like this, like really, and which takes me to my next point, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got Justin Bieber spending $1.3 million on this, right? But then you got a guy like Davison Figueredo who just won his championship, against Brandon Moreno, right? He just won his belt back, and he says, "Y'all want me to fight him for a fourth time? You got to pay me $1 million." You're talking about a guy who puts his body on the line, his life on the line, and all he's asking for is $1 million, while Justin's throwing that at a drawing, at a virtual drawing. Like, what does that tell us, Mike?
Oh, sorry, I was looking at something. So before we go back to that real quick, the $1 million with the fight.
Fuck you.
Sorry. So I was looking at the NFTs. So I was looking at like top NFTs. It's people that have bought different versions of the Bored Ape. So there are different versions of it, and whoever buys it, there's like stock involved, and of course there's other ones, but each one can either go up in price, go down in price because it's based off Ethereum, which is cryptocurrency. Um, but it's still just really weird. Like, yeah,
Nonsense.
you're buying an image, it has Ethereum, but I just feel like all that crypto is just unproven, and I feel like if it crashed at any moment, there are gonna be so many people that lose so much money because it's just not. It's not. I don't know. I don't feel like it's a solid area, but I mean, it's been going on for a while, so I mean, it's doing all right. But I feel like if it was to ever crash at any moment, so many people are just gonna lose so much money. Okay. Well,
Like
anyways,
this meme. It's like this meme I saw the other day where it's a guy sitting with some girls at a bar and he goes, "Yeah, ladies, I have $1 million online in cryptocurrency." And they go, "Oh, buy us a round of drinks." He goes, "Oh, no, I don't have actual money. It's just online of cryptocurrency."
yeah.
So it's like you can't use it. I mean, yeah, you could withdraw and take some money out, but then you run the risk of what if it does go up and you don't make as much now, right?
True.
J.E. Cepeda 83 believes crypto is going to crash. And
Yeah.
I agree with him.
So I mean, I don't. I'm not gonna say I am in a, like I know things about crypto and all that, but I mean, I could probably learn or understand it better. But it just I feel like it's like a secondary stock market, because it is based off, does such and such go up, does such and such go down, because people are buying and selling. But it's just it's
Crypto crash? You want to make crypto crash? Let me tell you how to do this, Mike. Give you
uh
one easy way to make crypto crash to make all these punks freak out. Related to the Crips. Relate crypto to the Crips. Oh, the
okay.
Crips are the one, the gang, the Crips are the ones that started talking about crypto, and it's all about gang currency and how to buy drugs. You'll see that stock go to real quick. So
I mean, it's been going on for a while. Like I said, I don't 100% understand it. Don't say that I am. I don't ever claim I am, but it's just weird. But it's not like a bad weird. It's just, if that's where you want to invest your money, then go for it. But hopefully, nothing bad happens, because there have been some bad crypto.
yeah.
I guess when I say stocks, where they just vanish out of nowhere because the people that started it took all the money. So that
Yep.
is a thing.
Well, look at some of these fighters now, and even athletes. Like, well, fighters are athletes, but like NBA players and NFL players, where they're taking part of their pay in cryptocurrency.
Yep.
Odell Beckham took his bonus as cryptocurrency.
Hmm.
Francis Ngannou on his last fight took half his salary as cryptocurrency. So these guys are hoping that this shit really takes off. If
Tom Brady
not,
sponsors Bitcoin.
Tom Brady sponsors Bitcoin. The UFC, one of their sponsors on their Venom shorts now and their tops is a cryptocurrency. That's one of their sponsors, Crypto Coin or something like that. I got to double check, but they have a cryptocurrency sponsor for the UFC. So yeah, it's growing, it's getting big, but I'm not going to put my trust in it, man. Not yet.
Yeah, because I just don't know who regulates all of that. I mean, I'm going to do research because I mean, someone could, and it could be safe. I don't know. Um, I guess I'll have to do research and find out. Sorry, but before you were talking about the $1 million for the next fight, right?
Yeah. Well, that's what I was saying. You've got Bieber spending 1.3 million on a meme on a GIF, right? A virtual drawing
I think it's GIF,
NFT.
but
Yeah, I've heard GIF.
or tomato
Yeah,
tomato.
potato patiti. But then you've got a guy like Davidson Figueiredo who puts his body on the line,
Hmm.
with every fight, and all he's asking for is $1 million to get paid. So what does that tell you about the world we're in right now? Half of us are out here spending 1.3 million on drawings, while the other part are scratching tooth and nail, right, to try to make $1 million. This guy's a world class athlete, Davidson Figueiredo, and he's not even making $1 million to fight. And he's a champion now. He was a champ before.
Yep, and then lost it, and now he's back.
Which I don't even think he won the last one.
I don't think so either. But
we've
we'll
talked
get off
about
that
that
one
before.
Yeah, so he did say if he does fight, or when he fights him again, that he wants $1 million. What I mean, I feel like I think he should. I also want to know, like, for each pay-per-view, how much does UFC, how much does Dana White make off that one pay-per-view, and how much does each fighter make? Because let's just say Dana White makes $100 million off that one pay-per-view. Let's just say. Then you got this one fighter that maybe makes 600,000, maybe 400,000, 200,000. So it's like chump change for the fighters, the ones that are actually doing the work, bringing in the ratings. And then you have Dana White and UFC making like hundreds of millions per pay-per-view. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, they should make money, but I also think the fighters should also make more money as well. But I mean, all contract, they have to agree to it and all that stuff. Yes.
And Papa's right. He's running a business and he has overhead, right? It's not only the fighters he's paying, right? He's paying the venue, right? He's got to pay T-Mobile Arena. He's got to pay, wherever they're holding it. He's got to pay those workers, right?
But if he still makes $100 million after all that, that's what I'm saying. Like, how much does he make?
But that's the perk of being the boss. That's the perk. Look at my job, right? I put the hard work in, right? These higher ups, they're nowhere to be seen. They're not out there day in, day out, teaching people how to sell and stuff like that. But they make way more money than I do, right? So that's the perk of being the boss. When you're the boss, you get to control where the money goes. But Papa's right. He's got an overhead. He's got the venue to pay. He's got the ring girls to pay. He's got the cameramen, the TV announcers, right? You've got to pay the network, right? He's got to pay ESPN a certain amount.
Well, right? How does boxing do it then?
There we go. So let me tell you something. Boxing, right, is very corrupt. Very corrupt.
Well, I mean,
right?
Yeah, we're not gonna say who throws and who doesn't, but I mean, they still make more money.
Well, no. I'm not talking about the throwing part. I'm talking about what they're reporting, right? Yeah, these fighters say, "Oh, I made $30 million on my last fight," but how much of that actually went to taxes, right? And then like that's why somebody like Floyd Mayweather was a genius, because it was Floyd Mayweather production. He didn't work under Bob Arum, right? He didn't have a promoter. He was his promoter. It was all Floyd, right? So not only did he get his fighting contract, but Floyd also got the promoting contract. Floyd also got this part of the money, right? He got the part of the pay-per-view buys. Why? Because he was his own entity. That's why a lot of these fighters nowadays in the UFC are starting to say like, hey, we want a fighters union, or we want to go ahead and kind of be our own guy. And they have their own managers, right? But who's the only guy to really take full advantage of that? Conor McGregor. He's the only guy that can honestly say is as big, if not bigger, than the UFC. And that's why he makes the most money, because he brings in the most money, right? Honestly, Mike, you and me, right? When we get together, right? Yeah. When we want to see a fight, if it's a Conor McGregor fight, how big of a deal is it for us?
I mean, it's a big fight. I mean,
pretty big deal, right? Yeah, we're like, hey, let's get together for the Conor fight. Let's barbecue. Let's do this, right? Let's invite some friends over, right? It's a big deal. How much are we talking about Francis Ngannou, right? How much are we saying, oh, hey, that Davidson Figueiredo fight's coming up. You ready? You can't wait to see that, right? No, We're not saying, oh, hey, that
Brandon
Dustin Poirier fight's coming up, right? If he's not fighting Conor, we're not excited to see Dustin Poirier, right?
No.
So
Or
Conor,
Thug Rose, I am.
yeah, Thug Rose, I am. But look at what the UFC does. Has she main carded a pay-per-view yet? No. Why? Because she doesn't bring in enough revenue, right?
You know,
The
it's
only
hard. I
woman,
feel like it's kind of hard for a woman to main card pay per view. I'm not saying there
no,
hasn't been one. I'm saying I feel like it's harder because even when there's like two fights with champions and it's a guy fight and a woman fight, the woman fight normally is the co-main event. Normally,
again, it goes back to what I said and how you promote yourself. Because the one woman that did do it, Ronda Rousey, as
true.
much as I didn't like her as a fighter, she promoted herself. And people tuned in just the way they tune in for Conor, where I either want to see you win because I'm a big fan, or I hate you so much I want to see you lose. I tuned in because I wanted to see her lose. There was a lot of people that tuned in because they wanted to see her win. But it doesn't matter because people still tuned in to see her. Just like Conor. Whether you want to see him win or lose, you tune in to see him. No other fighters besides Ronda and Conor, except for Mr. Brock Lesnar, right, has been able to do that.
Yeah, well, yeah. I guess because they have to promote yourself, but it's still like if the person doesn't promote himself well, they're not making a lot of money. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's almost like the UFC takes advantage of them instead of wanting to make the best of their fighters, they rather take advantage of their fighters, unless that fighter is smart, like you said, Conor, that they
Guess what
can't
you just
that they
described?
can't take advantage of them.
Guess what you just described there?
What?
Business.
Well, I mean, I know it's business,
That's
true,
business. Yeah, that's with any company,
but
right?
if all
If
of
we
them were
don't speak
smart,
up,
UFC won't pay them. I mean, just because they all want $10 million per fight, UFC's not going to
yeah.
pay them, even if they were smart.
Think about us, Mike. If you and me at our jobs don't speak up about getting a raise, is the company automatically going to throw us a raise? Right? Maybe when our annual thing comes, right? Oh, hey, we're going to give you this little extra here. You know, you hit 5 years or whatever, right? But when it comes to us fighting for our money, we have to fight, right? Closed mouths don't get fed. One of my favorite sayings ever. Closed mouths don't get fed. And some of these fighters rely strictly on their winning streak, which is what it should be about.
Should.
Unfortunately, it's not.
Yeah.
And that's whose fault is that? People like us. People who watch the fights. Why? Because we want to watch the trash talkers. We want to watch the people that talk shit and we want to see them either win or get their ass beat, right? We don't want to see the boring guy who stays quiet and lets the fighting do his talk. Me as a fight fan, I love it. I tuned in to see all the fights. You know that.
Yeah.
Right? I'm a hardcore fight fan. You're a pretty good fight fan yourself, right? I'm not going to say you're as hardcore as I am.
No, you're
right?
hardcore.
But yeah, so I'll tune in from the first fight of the night to the end, right? And I follow these guys and I'll pick my favorites who I like, but most people don't. They tune in. Think about when you look at the pay-per-view.
Suck.
Yeah, think about when you see the pay-per-view. Most of those seats are empty until like the co-main starts or the fight before the co-main, right? Because they don't care about anybody else but the guys that are the superstars. So that's why a lot of these fighters are going to continue to complain about their money until they become superstars.
Yeah, I mean, basically, it's hard to be a superstar, especially when things aren't based off their win record. You know what I mean?
Yep. And see, J.E. Cepeda 83 just backed it up. He goes, "Hey, you used to say that on the floor when I worked with you back in the day, all the time. Closed mouths don't get fed. You better speak up." And guess what? If that company doesn't want to pay you,
Somewhere
there's a
else.
whole bunch of other companies, right? And not just for the personal work life like us. In MMA, it's starting to happen. You got Bellator.
Yep.
You got Eagle FC with Khabib's fighting, right?
Bare knuckle
Now you
fighting.
got bare knuckle. Perfect example. Francis Ngannou made $600,000 for his championship fight the other week, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's a champion. He's the heavyweight champion of the world. Bare knuckles paying Chad Mendes $600,000 to fight a bare knuckle fight. Chad Mendes, who never won a UFC belt.
Yeah.
Who got knocked out by Conor. Who got knocked out by Jose Aldo. They're paying him $600,000 for one bare knuckle fight. While that's the same amount that Francis Ngannou got paid for a heavyweight championship fight, and he's the champion.
True, but I mean, like you said, he agreed to that contract. But still, what if he asked for $5 million? Dana White's gonna say no.
No.
So
You know what Dana White's going to say? Let's
what?
take a look at the numbers you bring in.
Well, I know, but I'm just saying, like, if you asked for that, yes, you can bring in numbers. We're going to give you whatever he counters. I mean, which is true because you have to go by numbers. But
Yep.
so, like, even being a champion doesn't mean you get paid more. Because if you don't
Exactly.
bring in the numbers, yeah, you're not going to get paid. So it's just
Yep.
everyone wants to get paid more. That's why I was just wondering, like, how much does the UFC make? How much does Dana White make? Yeah, I agree. Their contracts, they have to do business for themselves. But I just wonder. That's all.
Yeah. And Papa's right. Take 4 fights a year. It'll even out. I agree. But let me tell you, I have an idea of how much the UFC's worth or how much they make. Let's just put it this way. A couple years back when they sold the company, the Fertitas, they sold it for $4 billion. And it's even bigger now than it was then.
Yeah.
So you can imagine what they make for pay-per-views because ain't no company going to spend $4 billion on a company that makes little pay-per-views, right? Little to, medium. No, they're going to spend $4 billion for a company that's making a ton of cash. So yes, I'm sure the UFC makes a ton of cash on every pay-per-view, on merchandise sales,
Oh yeah.
on the buying their UFC fight pass, all that kind of stuff. They make a ton of cash. But if these fighters, all they're doing right now is complaining, right? They're complaining. I want more money. Show me the money. Show me the money. And guess what Dana said? Show me the numbers. How much are you bringing in? Right? That's why Connor, when I forget who he was arguing with one time, he goes, "You want to argue about money?" He goes, "Look at my numbers. Look at my last pay-per-view. Take a look at what I brought in." That was a horrible Irish accent I just did. But
that's cool. I was with it.
But
I mean, he brings in numbers even when he loses.
Exactly.
Still makes a lot of money. Jesus.
So before we go, let's talk about something that I really want to talk about, Mike.
Okay, tell me.
And something that's been on my mind and something that's very serious.
Okay.
This whole Russia putting all of their soldiers on the Ukraine border.
Hasn't that been happening?
I mean, not all of them, but they put 100,000 soldiers so far on that eastern border of Ukraine.
Haven't they been like on the border? I mean, I know it's more now, but haven't they been on the border for years? Like it's not just like a recent thing, right?
Yeah. A few hundred, here and there, right? When I say a few hundred, I mean like a couple, maybe a couple 100,000, something like, or I'm sorry, not a couple 100,000, a couple thousand, stuff like that, right? But Vladimir Putin has gone as far as putting 100,000 soldiers on that Ukraine border. And I don't know how familiar you are with stuff like this, right? So, or all the viewers out there, right? There's a thing called the Geneva Convention, right? With the Geneva Convention, it takes place. It has all these countries that comes in, and it's kind of like NATO, right? Where they talk about, world issues and world peace and stuff like that, right? So right before this latest Geneva Convention is when Putin started putting those 100,000 soldiers on the Ukraine border. So the Geneva Convention went from talking like, hey, let's talk about the next peace offer, the next peace, to Putin, what the hell are you doing, basically, right? That's basically what the Geneva Convention turned into. What the hell are you doing, Putin? Like, what's going on here?
I think many people have been asking that for a long time with this guy.
And Putin's a wild man, but he's very intelligent. Don't make no mistake about it. Putin is a wild man, but he's very calculated, right? So Putin, instead of saying like, oh, well, this is what's, he's, oh, don't worry. Typical Putin, very relaxed. Don't worry. I have some demands for the West. Right? So they said basically, and I'm paraphrasing here, of course, right? Basically, the other countries in the Geneva Convention is like, request? Like what request? One of it was that they would not invite any more countries into the NATO group, right? Basically, he's saying, hey, I know y'all got that popular gang, NATO. You're not allowed to invite any more people in it. I don't want you taking any more recruits into NATO, right?
Okay.
And one of the countries that have been kind of flirting with NATO lately is Ukraine, right? Ukraine's been thinking about joining NATO, right? So that's his first request, that nobody else is invited to join NATO. The second request is that the United States He says the West, right? But basically, he's talking about the United States.
But you know what?
Pull all of their. Go ahead.
I feel like a lot of people always, like, for a long time. I mean, like, very long time. When someone wants to say U.S., they always say the West. Always.
Yeah, that's what we are. We're the West, right? So what he wants, his second demand, is for the West to pull out all of their soldiers out of Eastern Europe. Says, take out all your soldiers that you have here in Eastern Europe, take them out, leave.
Yes, Mr. Putin, we'll do that right now.
Exactly. The third request was directed right at America. He says, if something was to happen and there is a war, I don't want America to back up any Eastern European countries, and I don't want them to back them up by using any type of nuclear weapons either. You're not allowed to use nuke. So basically, he's saying, hey, there's probably going to be a fight, but you can't join. And don't you bring your big guns. Don't bring those nuclear weapons to Eastern Europe.
It's like saying, you know what? I'm going to play basketball. It's going to be a 5-on-1. You know, you can't have any friends there. They can't back you up. Like, no,
exactly. So all the other countries at the Geneva Convention basically laughed at him, right? They didn't physically laugh at him, but basically they're like, F you, Putin. That shit's not going down, right? Now, to understand why this is happening,
that just says he's scared of us.
I won't say as far as he's scared of us, because Putin's got a mentality of, I'm not afraid of anything. I'm the best leader in the world, but I think he knows that we're his biggest threat. You know, obviously we're going to be the biggest threat to taking him down, right? So I do my research. You know this, Mike. I love to research stuff before the show.
To me, that just shows weakness. That you have to ask for that, or try to ask for that, or demand that. Like, no, this is war. You're not going to tell us what we're going to do. No,
exactly.
We're going to join. We're going to join. But exactly. To me, that just shows weakness. And, well, you know what? We'll show you how strong we are when you try to do what you're going to do.
Exactly, right? So like I would say, right? You know, I love to do my research. So what I feel like is happening here, right? And Putin's kind of given signs to it as well in some of his speeches and stuff, is if you look at Ukraine, right? Ukraine is actually where Russia first started. Okay? Ukraine, before it was Ukraine, that was actually where Mother Russia was born. That's where Russia was founded, in Ukraine. It's got very, very deep Russian, ties. A lot of their history comes out of Ukraine. A lot of their people are from Ukraine. Even Gorbachev. You remember Gorbachev? He had the mark on his bald head, right, from Russia. When he was the leader of the Soviet Union, right, of Russia, his mother was Ukrainian and his dad was Russian, right? It's very deep ties, right? Russia came from Ukraine. Well,
so they said 90,
sorry, yeah, and no, you're good. In 91, when the Soviet Union collapsed, right? All these countries kind of broke off of the Soviet Union and became their own country. And you have Russia, and now you got Ukraine, Kazakhstan, all these other little countries on the border of Russia, right? It was no longer the Soviet Union, right? It was now Russia and then these other countries. Putin took that as an insult. Now, he was just a young lad coming up in the Russian army at this time, right? But once he started moving up the ladder, that's what he based his whole thing off of when he was trying to become leader, is we're going to get back to what we were. We're going to get back to the Soviet Union, not just Russia. We want to get our country back. He wrote a 10-page paper back in 2005. And in that 10-page paper, there's a line in there that he said, he goes, when the Soviet Union collapsed and we lost part of it and we became just Russia, that was the greatest catastrophe in Russian history. I'm sorry, that was the greatest catastrophe in the 20th century.
Oh, so everything. Okay.
Yeah, everything. Let's think about some of the bad things that have happened in the 20th century.
I mean, there's a lot.
A lot. Desert Storm, Saddam Hussein, World War II, all the world, like, disasters, hurricanes, all that kind of stuff, right? There's a lot of things that have happened, excuse me, that are probably greater than just Russia losing its power. But to him, He feels like that was the greatest catastrophe that's happened in the 20th century was the Soviet Union collapse. So I feel like he's going to do whatever it takes to get Ukraine back, along with some, which he's already gotten part of it back. And I think it was 2016.
Hmm.
He basically took a bunch of soldiers to a southeastern tip of Ukraine and basically took over. He sent secret soldiers and telling people, "Hey, like, hey, you missed being Russian, this and that. Come on over, come on over." And eventually, Russia took over that part of Ukraine and just kind of made it Russia again. So now I think he's trying to do that with the entire Ukrainian country. Is basically say, "Hey, we're gonna bring you back. We miss you, we love you. You're Russian, we're Russian. Let's get back together." It's like he
But
wants his old girlfriend back.
yeah, but they don't want to.
A lot of them don't. No, they're happy being their own country, having their own leader, right? They don't want to be under that strain of Vladimir Putin, which I don't blame them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, plus back then the Soviet Union wasn't like even great to their people. Like it was.
Well,
I mean, they're still not. I mean, they're better, but they're still not great to their own people. But it was really bad when they were the Soviet Union or USSR, whatever you want to call them.
yep.
But yeah. I mean, if I was Ukraine, I wouldn't want to go over there no more either. I mean, you can't even look at Putin wrong without him sending his goons after you to come kill you. Like
Putin's a joke to me, and when I say that, first of all, hopefully no Russians are watching this. No, he does these competitions where like he'll wrestle other guys and stuff, and be like, "Oh, I won." No, motherfucker, they let you win because they know if they beat you,
they're dead.
you're gonna have them killed.
Yep.
Like they can't really beat you because they'll die. You'll kill them. So it's funny that he puts on these competitions with himself when knowing he already knows the outcome. He knows he's gonna win, but in his mind, it feeds his ego, and that's what he's about. His ego.
But
I'm Putin.
I do feel like U.S. and Russia. It's a fight like a long time coming. Like long
We
time coming.
we've always been the two biggest guys on the block. We're the two biggest boys. We're the baddest boys on the block. We've been on one side, Russia's been on the other, and for a long time we've stayed on each other's end of the block. We stayed away from each other. But all of a sudden, one of us, Russia wants to kind of, hey, we do maybe want to fight y'all, right? Indirectly by
Yeah.
trying to take over Ukraine because they know we're gonna go back up Ukraine. They know if they fuck with one of our homies, we got our homies back, right? In street terms, right? Oh, you gonna fuck with my homie? My
But
homie's small.
I
Oh, you want
just
to fuck with my small homie? I got his back.
but I just hope though that let's say something does happen. I know we're sending troops to help,
Yeah,
but I hope other countries that are also with us back us up too, because I feel like a lot of times when we come and we help do something, everybody else says, "No, we're not going there." But if they needed help, they would expect us to go help them. So I just hope that
and that's
our
the point of
relationships
NATO.
help us.
Yeah, and that's the point of NATO, right? Is NATO's supposed to be whoever's in that group, right? Back each other up. But like you said, it doesn't always happen when it comes to us. But
Isn't
we've
there like
already
7 in there or 6?
I don't know exactly how many. I gotta double check, but Biden's already gone as far as pulling out all Americans from the Ukraine embassy. He's
Which
already yanked them and their families out.
good.
Um, Even Britain did. Britain pulled out all their embassy employees and families. He's already sent over thousands of weapons to Ukraine to help the Ukraine army. And now, like you said, we're sending over, I think, about 100,000 soldiers to Ukraine.
Yep.
So our 100,000 to match their 100,000, right? And that's what it's going to be. All right, you're going to do that? We'll match you. The U.S. will never take the lead to create war, right? We'll match you until war starts, and then we'll say, all right, motherfuckers, y'all wanted the war. Here we are.
Here we come.
Right? Yes. But I will tell you this. That is a war that's not going to be easy.
No. If that excuse me, that war was to happen, it would be World War III.
That's a dog. Yeah, that's a dogfight, bro. That's the real deal. And my heart goes out to all the soldiers that are already going and may have to go. You know, I sit here and I talk this story. I don't have to go. I'm not, I'm not a soldier. I'm not in the military. The military would look at me and say, "No way, you're fat. You're out of shape. You're not going." Right? I don't have to, right? Unless something crazy happens where we need everybody, But I'm down. I'd be down. Don't get me
Yep.
wrong. I'm not gonna punk out, but my heart goes out to all of these soldiers that have the possibility of going because they know deep down inside, like there's always that one country that you don't want to fuck with, right? They're like, hey, they're just as bad as we are, and that's Russia. They're just as big and bad as we are. So, hopefully this works out without having to go to war. I hope it does. But if it does go to war, hold on tight,
Yep.
because it's gonna get crazy.
But if we don't defend it, I see like say Russia starts it, nobody defends it. We let them invade Ukraine and wherever else they want to invade. I see them as like the next Germany.
Yes,
That's what I see. If
exactly.
no one defends it, and of course we don't want that. I mean,
Nope.
I mean, when I see Germany, I feel like they're just as bad. Like they'll just go and slaughter kids and whoever else they want to slaughter just because they're not Russian or whatever they want to say. So yeah, I hope nothing happens. But if it does, yes, it's going to be a long ride and a long bad ride because no one's going to win that.
Yeah, and they're a little bit different than Germany in the aspect of Germans wanted to control. They wanted to be the best race out there, right? With Putin and Russia, it's not so much a racial thing for them, but I agree with what you're saying. They're very German-esque.
Yeah.
They want to just world domination, not so much by race, but just by, hey, we believe Russia was the founder of this world. We want to continue that and we want to gain it back. They're all about world domination. Yeah, and I agree with Papa. If China does want to pick sides, then yeah, we could be in a little bit of trouble. And I don't think it stops with just China. I think even North Korea would ride with Russia on this, just because North Korea hates America so much. I think if North Korea and China were to back up Russia, yeah, it would be very, very bad for us. We would need the other countries like Britain, like Canada, that have slightly smaller militaries than us, but that are right there ready to fight.
Yep, we would need them all because I would say, if I don't know any particular number, but 1, 2, 3, U.S., Russia, China. That's not in any order, but those are the 3 big powerhouses. And of course, if Russia and China, like you said, go in together, I mean that's 2 big powerhouses versus 1. I mean, yes, we have a lot of the other countries if they help. It doesn't make up for like one big China,
And then you got the crazy cousin who always wants to jump in, which is North Korea. Hey, well, I can't fight that good. I'm not as big, but hey, you know what? I'll throw this nuclear bomb real quick.
Yeah, they're just crazy.
I'll send this missile. Yeah, they're just crazy. So they're a wild card. You don't know what would happen, right? So, like I said, I hope this all gets worked out without having to go to any type of war. But deep down inside, yeah, I think war, in the words, and again, I'm not trying to make light of this, but in the words of Thanos, it's inevitable. I think it's gonna happen eventually. We're gonna have to go to war with Russia. I think it's very, very inevitable.
We're gonna have to keep
unless Putin dies.
No, I don't even think it from then. I think whoever takes over would still continue that. It's almost just like that's I don't know. I mean, this could be wrong to say, but engraved. Oh my god, engraved in them. Like they hate us. They don't. They would try to find any way to get us involved so that there is a war.
But we don't know, right? Because are they just? It's crazy because I don't want to sound like a movie, right?
I would like to go visit Russia because it looks very pretty, like their architecture and everything.
Oh yeah, but it's very Deep Impact. No, I'm sorry, not Deep Impact. What was the movie? Sum of All Fears with Ben Affleck and Morgan Freeman, right? Where they go and it was against Russia, right? Where the Russian leader didn't want to create war, but there was the guys behind the scenes that were very old Russia. Sum of All Fears. Ben Affleck, Morgan Freeman. Trust me, I'm right. I see you Googling it.
No, it wasn't that you were wrong. I was trying to tell myself, like, did I see this movie?
Yeah, it's a good movie.
I bet you I have. I just don't remember it or I haven't seen it all the way through.
Yeah,
But
good movie.
Because I'm looking at some of the images and I do remember some of the parts. I'm pretty sure I've seen it. Yeah.
Tom Brady's ex-wife is in there.
Yeah, there she is.
What's her name? Monahan or I
So
forget her
I just
first
see
name.
I just see a picture. I don't know.
She's in there. So, but yeah, man. Hopefully, we don't got to go to war. But when you got a crazy guy like Vladimir Putin, you just never know. But I'm definitely fucking right here.
Well,
Right here,
I guess we'll keep a close eye on this because this all is just starting to. Well, sorry, it's been going on for a little while in Ukraine, but it's starting to really pick up steam as of late. So I guess we'll have to see what's going to go down very, very soon.
I got your back, everybody. America till I die.
But on a good lighter note, just and on a decent lighter note, get ready for all of the Super Bowl stuff coming next week. You see both teams, the press conferences, all the Super Bowl talks.
I'm trying to get an interview.
What's going on inside of the stadium and the surrounding areas. I think this is the first Super Bowl in 2 years that they're actually going to have people like around the Super Bowl environment.
Yeah. Yep. First of all, hold on, Mike. Before we end the show, right? You talk about ending on a good note. Guys, I've known that boy Flowski for a long, long, long time.
Okay.
And he has always been a Bengals fan.
Oh, yeah.
He has always been a diehard Bengals fan. So, Flowski, this goes out to you, my man. Congratulations. Your team is in the Super Bowl.
Wait. He didn't even have trust in his team to win the last game. No, he's not a Bengals fan. No. I'm more of a Bengals fan than him.
First of all, you didn't even have trust for the Cowboys to beat the Niners. So what are you talking about?
And they didn't.
Well, it
then
just so happened to work out that way.
What's the argument? I was right.
Flowski, congratulations, man. Enjoy it.
Yes,
savor the moment, because as a Cowboys fan, you never know when it's going to happen again. So enjoy this, man. Enjoy the week. Watch all the interviews. Watch game.
Everything. Watch ESPN, NFL Network.
My advice to you is
everything.
Don't get drunk until they win it. That way you can remember everything that happened during the game, my man.
Yep. I'm excited. I picked the Bengals to make it. I picked the Rams to make it.
Yep.
Just saying.
Joe Burrow's the real deal, man. Joe Burrow's the real deal. He's not Tom Brady yet. I'm not doing that, like I said, but he is the real deal.
And this one, I would like the Bengals to win, but I'm excited with whoever wins. So I'm just going, like I said it earlier, I'm going to enjoy the game, but see how it goes.
I don't want Odell Beckham Jr. to win the Super Bowl. He's the James Harden of the NFL. OBJ is the James Harden of the NFL. He doesn't deserve one. So
I don't know about that, but okay. I mean, if you say so, but I don't say so. All right, guys, that's going to be it for us this week. Thank you very much for hanging out with us. Have a great Friday night. Have a great weekend. Watch all of the Super Bowl weeks. Yes, enjoy the fights tomorrow, the UFC fights. I think that's on, what, ESPN Plus?
ESPN Plus.
So it is going to be on, if you have ESPN Plus, you can watch it. Or unless it could be on TV. I don't know. I haven't looked to see if it's like free.
I got to double check. I was watching on ESPN Plus anyways.
Yeah. So it could be free on cable. So if you want to watch it, go for it. But yeah, you guys have a great weekend. You want to close with anything, Mr. Helmke?
Yes. Ricky Wronghole, thank you for finally commenting, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, man. And nice shirt. Appreciate it, my man. Appreciate it.
If anybody else is here that would like to watch us next week, or watch us on YouTube when I post this tomorrow morning, please do so. We'll be here next week, as always. I think when we get back?
Yep.
Next Friday, 8:30 p.m. Central. Yeah. And then we can talk about what we saw during the week for the Super Bowl stuff. So we'll get to see.
Yes. Go to the Instagram, the Ham Podcast. Go to the Twitter, the Ham Podcast. Go check out the YouTube tomorrow afternoon, the Ham Podcast, episode 20. Like, follow, subscribe.
Not here.
Booyah.
Yep. And there's stuff, like you said, down below in the bio. So there's links and
stuff.
Go
get fucked up this weekend. Go get some drinks and get wasted.
Have fun, everybody. Enjoy your night. Stay warm. Be safe. And we'll see y'all next week. Peace.
Holla. Get me the fuck out of here.